What's up, everybody? It is Big L here, bringing you our Week 1 team builder for the WPF. And this week we play Coach Bucs and the Bronx Blastoise, and we take a look at his team. You see that he's got some threats. He's got a team of Mega Mawile, Latias, Umbreon, Salazzle, Crocodile, Starmie, Vanillux, regular Rotom, Shiinotic, Mienshao, and Diggersby. So first glance, he has a lot of mons that can hit really hard, and he has a lot of mons that can do a lot of different things. Like Latias can be a more supportive variant. It can also be a much more offensive variant. Same with Salazzle. It can be a very fast, very hard-hitting special attacker, but its sub-protect toxic set is also very, very good. Crocodile with 3 really good abilities, especially the Intimidate and Moxie abilities, can be run a few different ways. Can be a bulky stealth rocker, can also be a fast sweeper with Moxie and Earthquake if you're not careful. Diggersby is also a huge threat. I 100% expect Scarf Diggersby in this matchup, because if you look at my team, I think we found some ways to mitigate its threat, but it still is just very, very hard for us to deal with. And then of course there are the mons you have to prep for, like Starmie with its good speed tier. It can rapid spin, get a speed boost, and really tear through a team with its good offensive typing and good coverage. And Shiinotic can be a really tough wall to break if you're not careful either. So we're going to get into what I'm bringing for it, and I think we did some pretty good things. Shout out to T4U and Big Sean for helping me prep a little bit this week. They really helped me out because I was really worried about this matchup. So let's go into the team I'm bringing. So the first mon I saw on my team that I thought would be a good bring this week would be Vaporeon. A really, really standard move set, I feel. We're bringing Flip Turn so we can get some slow pivots off. Heal Bell so those toxics can't just spread throughout my team like crazy. And with Wish and Protect, it can live for a long time. It can pass those wishes with slow Flip Turn and keep my whole team healthy. The spread is kind of specific. The 200 defense with the max HP helps me live 2 close combats from a non-item boosted Mienshao. So if a Scarf Mienshao comes or an Assault Vest Mienshao comes, I can live 2 close combats, which is pretty big. Which means I can stall it out with Wish Protect if I need to. The Spadef lets me live 2 Specs Draco Meteors from Latias. So this set overall helps me live a lot of hits on both sides, and I feel like it's gonna help put in some good work and help get a little bit of chip, pass a wish to a mon so it can heal up, so it can deal some damage. The next mon I'm bringing is Sarina. It's a bulky offensive Sarina with an Assault Vest. I felt like its Assault Vest would really help me live some hits from things like Latias, and again, this lives 2 Draco Meteors. And the set just makes it really hard to deal with in general. Trop Kick, I didn't really feel like I needed the extra damage from running a move like Power Whip. I didn't feel like it was necessary to take the risk on missing. High Jump Kick basically helps me deal some extra damage to things like Umbreon that can maybe wall me for the most part. Knockoff, this is my only mon that gets knockoff on my entire team, so being able to use that coverage to help with a mon like Latias and get rid of an item on a few mons that would maybe want to try to switch in is also really helpful. And then U-turn just helps me get another really nice pivot out and maybe get into something that's a little bit more favorable of a matchup for me. When I was doing calcs for Sarina, I noticed that Megalopony had a very good matchup. It's a standard set. The only thing that's a little bit different with the spread is the 16 HP IVs I've invested. I'm investing those in case he decides to bring a Swords Dance Life Orb Diggersby. That 16 HP means that I live from max health a +2 quick attack from a Life Orb Diggersby 100% of the time, which is huge because it can't live a close combat from a Megalopony under any circumstance, really. U-turn again, just to help me make a fast pivot and maybe get into a more defensive Mon that would favor a matchup against Megalopony. Fake out just so I can get some really guaranteed chip. If I'm against a Mon I don't really want to be in against, I can still stay in. Go for fake out, get a little bit of chip damage off, maybe 20%, and then maybe U-turn out the next turn, or maybe hard switch if I think there's Scarf. And then play rough. Play rough I felt like was better for me this week than a move like Triple Axle or a move like Ice Punch. I just looked at the Mons on his team that were weak to both, and I figured Triple Axle, I think it needed all 3 hits to be able to kill Latios, and if I'm in that kind of situation where I need all 3 hits to beat Latios, I'm not in a very good spot, so I figured I didn't want to have to take that risk. And it hits Mienshao super effectively. It means Crocodile doesn't really want to switch in, period. It doesn't want to switch in on a fighting move. And so I just thought play rough over any other coverage move just made the most sense. So going down, I brought Heatran. And originally I thought I was going to bring a more offensive, and I did bring a pretty offensive set here, but the max HP with these specific IVs, the 20 defense IVs mean that I live a close combat from Mienshao 100% of the time. My plan is if I see Mienshao on his team, I'm leading this Pokemon and I'm clicking Protect turn 1. That gives me 2 little pieces of information that I would love to see. If he does lead Mienshao, I can Protect. If he goes for High Jump Kick, he takes 50% damage right off turn 1. If he goes for anything else, I stay in and I Magma Storm the next turn. With this spread, if I hit the Magma Storm, it will die to recoil. Unless it's a really bulky set, and even then I can Protect the following turn, get a little bit more chip damage, and unless he's an extremely bulky set, which that set I'm not as worried about, he dies. So this is kind of an anti-lead for against Mienshao Pokemon and build. And I guess if he would click U-turn on my Protect, I could probably go for Stealth Rocks the following turn and get those up. Scorching Sands over things like Will-O-Wisp or something like that, because I also consider Will-O-Wisp. We decided on Scorching Sands just as a coverage move to help out with other Mons. It's a way to get a little bit of chip if he does want to switch in like Umbreon or something. It's just a more safe way to get it off instead of Toxic or something like that. And it can also hit Salazzle, maybe make you think twice about going for the sub-toxic set against this set. Next, we have Togekiss, and this is just a standard, specially bulky Togekiss. Going for Flamethrower, just as coverage on Mega Mawile. If he decides he wants to switch it in, I can maybe, the next time I have this in, I can maybe go for Flamethrower, catch it off guard maybe, and get a nice 30-40% depending on his set. Defog, because I don't really want hazards up on my side of the field this game. It's really important for me to keep my Mons healthy, because like I said, Diggersby kind of tears through me, and keeping things healthy is going to be really, really important. I went with Soft Boiled over Roost, just because I didn't want to give myself the ground weakness because he has the ability to be hit by ground moves. Simply because he's got those two really hard-hitting ground types on his team. And then Air Slash, just in case I'm in, a dire situation like late game against Mega Mawile, I give myself that out, that win con of, flinch, Togekiss. It can pull through, you never know. Then the last Mon I'm bringing is my male Meowstic. Try saying that 10 times fast. And it's just a simple prankster set, max HP, max def. And it's got dual screens, Thunder Wave, and Yawn. The Yawn is to help maybe deter or even stop setup sweepers. Like, if he does bring a Life Orb, Swords Dance, Diggersby, I can maybe bring this in, Yawn it, and get it out of there. And then the Thunder Wave is to help me against things like if he would bring, like I said, Scarf Me and Chow. It could help me against Latios, Mega Mawile, and go from there. So that's the team I'm bringing. We'll see how it goes. You guys will probably see the replay before you see this, because I'm not posting this until after the battle for obvious reasons. So let me know what you guys think of the team. I think we got a good chance this week. Bucs has a really strong team, and he's a good battler. This team right here is no joke, and we'll see what happens. So we'll catch you in the battle, and I'll see you guys later.